In my previous video, I laid out a formulation of Mach's principle as a modification of special relativity where inertia is not taken for granted and instead results from a new type of action being minimized across proper space, that action being change in relational momentum. I mentioned that in an expanding universe, length would contract between masses like gravity. Let's break down the units of the gravitational constant to see if this makes any sense. The units of g are meters cubed over kilograms times seconds squared. We can decompose this into meters squared over kilograms, which is inverse pressure, and meters over seconds squared, which is acceleration. So as a type of universal relational constant, g is the ratio between universal acceleration, what we call change in relational momentum, and the pressure on space. In a cosmologically stable environment, this would cause inertia, a stable pressure of spacetime acting on matter that preserves its relational momentum, and in an expanding universe, this could cause gravity. You could also imagine the opposite, where non-local pressure causes local acceleration, an idea I've already explored in my previous videos about the shape of the Rindler horizon, the shape of non-local pressure, determining quantum collapse outcomes, local changes in inertia. Though, because of the non-trivial nature of how biological systems participate in this physics, I think quantum collapse within a biological system would actually be inclined towards evolving that whole biological system into a microcosm of its observable environment. This would indicate that complex quantum processes in our body could shift and change behavior based on the momentum and chemical composition, which is like internal momentum, of surrounding cosmological entities. It could also counter the intelligent design argument against evolution that random DNA changes would degrade the DNA before it has the chance to produce new types of proteins, elaborated here by Stephen Meyer on the Joe Rogan Experience. Because in this case, with this physics, DNA mutation would not necessarily be random, but would actually tend towards microcosm at the quantum level. Though ironically, this physics is, in a sense, its own kind of intelligent design. While I've made lots of progress formalizing this concept over the past few years, I know it's still vague, and I welcome any questions or comments anyone might have. Currently, I'm working on generalizing these relational mechanics further to answer questions about the origin of electromagnetism and nuclear forces, the quantization of particles, and how all of this physics reflects the nature of consciousness, self-consciousness, and the process of symbolism. As always, please join my Patreon if you'd like to help me afford to invest more time on these ideas. It's become a lot more fun now that I can start playing with actual physics.